everyone, welcome to another PARS tutorial video. Today we are focusing on ruler number 40, which is the dewdrop. So as you can see, this ruler is made up of two sides. It's got two big curves on each side and it's connected by the channel. So what we're going to do is we're going to start from the bottom of one of the curves and sew the whole channel until we reach the end. When we reach the end, make sure you're snuggled up to the end of it, stop with your needle down, and then you're going to slide the ruler all the way round. So I've just turned the material here so you can see, and I've just put the line I've just sewn perfectly on that scroll line, and then I just sew the whole way of the other side of the ruler, and it will join up nicely with what we've just sewn. So again, stop with the needle down, get the ruler all the way round to the other side, put on the scroll lines again, what you've just sewn, put those underneath those scroll lines, and then just sew the other side again. And that is basically the main technique. You just alternate between one side and the other side to make a longer length of line as you require. So again, I'm just going to go and do another one, and all the scroll lines are there so it can be all lined up, it can be all consistent, and for the size of the material that you're after. So what you can use this ruler for is you can use it as a coverall pattern, so you could build it up with the lines for as long as you want, or if you just want the individual lines, you could use it as a really nice chunky border. So you can see here, this is my first line completed. I've done 5 of the different curves, and that's made up the long line. So you could keep going up as long as you want, then turn the ruler around and go along the horizontal and then back down if you were doing a border. But in this case, I'm going to show you how you can build up the pattern if you wanted to do a coverall. So I've just gone back down to the starting point where I did on the first one. I'm just going to do the exact same technique, and I just need to make sure there that I'm not going to overlap what I've already sewn. So it's just positioning the ruler so that you make sure what you sewed on the last line is not right in the centre, because that's where your new line's going to go. So okay, I've just done the exact same thing again. I've slid the ruler across to get access to the second curve. Okay, and stop with the needle down. Okay, and if you do need to make any fine adjustments on this, if you do feel like you need your curve to go a bit longer just to match up with the previous one, that's not a problem. So you can see there that the previous curve that I did is not quite in the centre. It's a tiny bit off, just so the new line doesn't cross over the old line. So that's what I mean just about lining it all up. So you've got the scroll lines there to help you, but if you want to do some slight adjustments on top of that, just to make sure your pattern is going to be how you like, then that's not a problem. These rulers, you can do that. You don't have to follow the set rules instructions. You can go off and do your own patterns and anything that you want. So this ruler is a good one for that, because you could do this coverall pattern, or you could do the border like I said before, or you've got these lovely curved shapes that you could do lots of different things with, just whatever your imagination can think of. Okay, so this is the last one of the second line. So you can see here how the pattern is starting to build up, and this pattern, it will cover quite a large area in quite a small amount of time. It doesn't take long to do this, and you could do 7 or 8, 9 or 10 and cover the curve. So what I'm going to show you next is how, when you've got the basic pattern down, if you do want to elevate your pattern just by adding on some extra detail, you can do that easily. So what you need to do is you need to start at the bottom of one of the curves, one of the dewdrop curves, and you can just use whichever section of the dewdrop ruler that you like, and you just need to go up and down. So you start in and then you need to sew and then go back to the point where you started from, and you can just change the angle of the ruler ever so slightly to create these details. So what I'm going to do here, I've done one already, I'm going to do another one where I use a slightly different part of the dewdrop ruler, so it gives you a different curve, a different design. So you can pick whichever you like, or you can do a mixture. You can also do these bits of details in different coloured thread if you want to give it an emphasis so it stands out more. So there's lots that you can do, rather than just the basic pattern here on this. Okay, so I'm just finishing up this one again. Start from the bottom of one of the dewdrop shapes, sew up and back down to the same point. So you can see there that it's a subtle difference, but you can really tell the difference that it makes to the pattern. So I'm going to do one more here. Obviously you could do this on all of them, you could do it on every other row to build up whatever pattern that you're after. So you could do, each one could look different. Okay, so I'm just going to use the most of the curve bit here, the most severe angle of curve, and just move the ruler a little bit every time, just so you're getting that detailing nice and close together for a bit of a feathered effect. Okay, so this is just going to be the last one, and then I'll show you what all three of them look like, where you can see I've used a slightly different curve and it gives a slightly different effect. Okay, so this is ruler number 40, Dewdrop. Enjoy.